traumatic lives, characters. Some people say gives you character, some people say it doesn't. It's like jam on a sandwich. Does it go well? Does it not? That's another debate entirely. Yes, we're talking about characters who have not had a traumatic life on the wacky world that is EastEnders. Now, me and Ash both have had a traumatic life as well, haven't we?
Relatively.
Relatively, yeah. So we know.
Oh, like you say, jam on a sandwich. Of course, jam on a sandwich works.
Well, it depends if you
Maybe put fucking peanut butter and fucking jam in a sandwich. Then there's a bit of debate. No one's fucking saying that jam's just shit on a sandwich.
Yeah, but jam and not butter.
Yeah, but you didn't fucking say that though, did you? You didn't. You can make it up now. You didn't fucking say it. You just said, "Does jam on a sandwich work?" Yes. Fuck you and your intro. Fucking taking the piss.
Okay, I'm coming to you. You do the intro. Go on, you do the intro.
Ben Mitchell. He is a traumatic character and lives a mile in his traumatic shoes. Has any character not lived an extremely traumatic life? See, fucking nailed it. I'm back. Guess who's back? It's me. I'm doing the intro now. Look at him. Now he has to make a wanking motion. Because that's how good my intro was. That's what I fucking said. But, yeah. I mean, simply it's a thing where traumatic characters are great in a way because there's tragedy in the trauma, right? You don't really want to see someone just constantly get shit on over and over again. And that's where some of these traumatic, like, characters, that's where some of them really have a shit life. Like, as much abuse as Ben Mitchell has had over the last 5 years, it felt like every single fucking avenue he would have a fucking traumatic event, which would lead to more trauma, and that would lead to less trauma. Like, he wouldn't deal with a trauma, and he would just continually live a life full of shit. I'm not surprised the character got to where it was, but it reaches a point where you're that traumatized that it just kind of fucks up your entire life. And that's how the Ben Mitchell ended up being. I mean, take Jay, for example. You bring in Jay when he's like a young, like 10-year-old or whatever. You bring him in, he's smoking, he's hanging out with like the bad group. He goes to live with his granddad, who then starts to lose his eyesight, and then they manage to fix it before it gets too late. Like, his mum doesn't want to know anything about him. He thinks his dad's dead. Like, a character dies of cancer. His uncle fucking Bert leaves. Then he does find his dad. His dad gets murdered, whilst Billy, his adoptive dad, essentially just cowered in the corner whilst his dad died. Like, and somehow Jay's actually turned out to be quite carefree and is quite normal in comparison to a lot of fucking characters where you walk a mile in their shoes and you start feeling the burden.
Yep. I guess without further ado, we're gonna read it. By the way, we were joking earlier, me and Ash. We were joking. There is no tension here.
No.
Remember when we go off camera? I know what's going to be said to me. Do not put me on the spotlight, motherfucker. Okay.
What do you mean? I've been doing intros for years. I'll nail it each time. Don't mind me.
I don't know why in my mind I have it baked up that Ash has a big ego. To like people who don't know, I just like, he's a massive ego, guys. He has a massive ego.
I could have one. Yeah. Do I have one right now? No. Is there the potential? Yes.
It's like
100%.
He's a massive ego and he has a huge cock and a nice ass. After watching
one of those is a lie.
Which one is true? 2 truths, 1 lie. After watching the older episodes and learning the lore behind characters, you wouldn't really think that. Are there any that have lived relatively normal lives without extreme trauma? Perhaps Tracy, who works behind the bar. Then again, she did claim to have shagged Phil Mitchell. She also slept with Dennis Rickman, which certainly balances out. Tracy once said she split from her husband and the kids have moved in with him. Even Queen Tracy has a quietly chaotic life. Don't forget when Sam knocked her unconscious and locked her in a toilet. My mate, she said Phil Mitchell was the best shag of her life. that moment still pops occasionally into my head. I wonder if it's a random ad lib from by the other actors' reactions to it. To be fair, that would explain why Phil had an endless supply of women over the years willing to sleep with him. Word must have got around he's great in the sack.
I mean, look, he's not exactly the biggest looker. He's got to be doing something, right? You know?
Do you reckon?
Phil Mitchell, he's got it. It's like when Max, where you can tell that it's like it's 3 minutes of missionary and a cry. Like, you know, Phil has to give it everything.
You reckon?
Like Phil starts crying after sex because he's given it his all.
Like a proud dad at a soccer game. Fucking hell, that was me.
That was one of the best. That was the best 10 seconds of my life.
I don't know why.
Get off me.
I like to imagine he does, like, he has his gruffly voice during sex. Like, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Call me the King of Walford. Call me the King of Walford. Yeah.
You are.
It's like how fucking. Yeah, but I'd imagine, like, if Phil got with any Northerners, they'd be like just despising him. Like, I once had a story of these lads who went on holiday, and these lads were Northerners. I don't know why I'm telling this fucking stupid story. A bunch of Northerners have gone on holiday, and obviously they're all like basically like Newcastle United fans, essentially. And then they find these like fucking people from Sunderland. Obviously, there's a big feud because there's two like massive fucking football clubs. I think and all the Geordies are like giving them stick. It's like, oh, you're right, Mackham, you like fucking. And so one night they all go out, and they come back, and obviously they left like a fucking sock on the door, but they forgot to do that. So they go in, and they hear the most aggressive hate sex you've ever heard in your life. And it's like a Geordie and like a lass from Sunderland. Like, I'm giving you a pure strokes, like, you dirty Mackham. Fucking, you can't fuck me hard enough, like. It's fucking just the most gross, fucking steamy, aggressive, angry sex they've ever heard. There we are.
It's a great story. But like, you have to imagine Phil does.
Don't know why you've trumped me. Great story, love this story.
Love this story, best story I've ever heard. Shrimpy is up next.
Got nothing to add to that? Fair enough.
I mean, I'm just now imagining Phil in bed being like, who's my naughty little girl? Who's my naughty little girl? It's just in his gruffly voice, like, who's your daddy? He's just like the most aggressive hate talk about in his gruffly voice. I just can't imagine Phil like.
Who's the King of Walford? It's me. Yes, it fucking is.
Like, I like to imagine
Starts flexing. In his bedroom, he has a mirror above him. He slaps his own ass during sex.
Fucking starts doing the Hulk Hogan pose. It's like that. Like,
starts ripping off his shirt, but all the buttons come out, and he's like, "Oh no!"
I like that shirt. It's my favorite shirt. All Peggy gifted it to me back in '82. Still fits me to this day until I rip the buttons. Shrimpy's life seems incredibly stressful. He particularly runs every stall on the market. Shrimpy, watch the stall for me, will you? The man is a market manager at this rate. Yes, I love it. I'd love for him to one day just and then be like, no, I will not watch your stall.
I am trying to figure out who of the main cast has actually had a relatively trauma-free life. And he's actually quite a hard one. Ricky Jr. You know, I guess his parents were never really together, but like, I guess now that he's had to deal with Jack and Denise splitting up.
Yeah, but in comparison, he's done real fuck off. So
he's managed to avoid a lot of it.
And he's had a child at 13, but still.
He has that dad bod. God. Is there anyone else who's actually... I mean, from what we know of her, Elaine's had a pretty... Obviously, she hasn't had a carefree existence. But, like, we haven't actually seen much of the trauma.
Up next is Charlie XCX. Not yet, anyways.
The baby.
The baby. Marie.
She's the one who works in the cafe.
She's called in sick due to a family marriage teacher. She's had her first share of trauma. Felix. So far, I don't think anything traumatic happened. Happened to themselves anyways. Being more supportive, family, friends, going through things. His dad died, and his bossy cousin was murdered. That's a bit stressful. Still, their life is not extremely traumatic, as the original poster asked. Most children outlive their parents, do not get the idea of Felix particularly close to their dad. While their cousin's murder was awful, I would not necessarily be extremely traumatic for Felix themselves. Compared to most of the square, Felix has not had much trauma in their own life happening. No abusive upbringing, kidnapping, bad exes, death happen in front of them, etc. Compared to the most square, Felix. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. Felix has not have much trauma in their own life happening. No abusive upbringing, kidnapping, bad exes, death happening in front of them, etc. That's the problem, really. He could have. They just never invested any development into it for us to know for certain. Sorry, what? Yeah.
Johnny?
I love how you're randomly.
I'm just trying to figure out who's actually had a relatively, like, the most drama Johnny's really had is obviously Mick dying and him coming out, but like he did live quite a chill little existence.
Continuing on. So I'm enjoying this thread. Sorry, what? You are actually claiming that someone's father dying of a disease younger than life expectancy isn't traumatic, so insensitive. In the real world, yes. In a soap opera world,
fuck me, really. They're having an argument. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Can I read it?
Fucking...
Can I read it?
Mate, I don't want to be here for 4 hours.
Alright. Nobody that major. Probably nobody current. Trying to think anyone. Minty, maybe Jim prior to his stroke. Though there was a lot of unrelated family stuff between Ben and his death. The current characters nearest I can think of as Big Mo. But bear in mind, she's outlived her daughter by decades and doesn't seem to have much contact with her other kids. Possibly they've been reckoned out of existence. As much as Mo puts on her front, she's been through trauma as family with the Slaters. I would kill to see her emotionally gripping storyline. What about the deal with Fat Elvis? There we go, Fat Elvis.
Yeah, I will say we just got that slight bit of Mo actually having to cry when her and Stevie like parted ways. I'd be so willing to see Mo have a proper story.
So does most kids even exist anymore, or are they retconned?
I don't know. I'd forget. Does she even have kids?
The Reddit said that she did. Reddit's never wrong.
Come on, give me the EastEnders wiki, not fucking... EastEnders wiki, the best place to fucking... You know what's still wild to me is I'm pretty sure Lorraine Stanley, who obviously played fucking Karen Taylor, she played Little Mo in a flashback.
It was a Big Mo that she played, or was it Little Mo?
No, Big Mo rather. She played Big Mo in a flashback, yeah. She had Viv Slater and someone called Jean Harris. Jean is dead. And so is Viv. I guess that's the only family she has.
I want to play the clip of that fucking what's his name posted, and Babe posted.
That will get claimed like a bastard.
But we could play without audio, but we can't.
There's no point. It takes away the whole appeal.
Yeah, it does. We could get Ash singing over it if you want to say.
I don't know Nikki that well.
None of us know her that well, let's be honest. But I guess this has been a short video, but we hope you enjoy it. See you in the next one. Bye.